For many CLAT aspirants, the dream of studying at the National Law School Bangalore feels over the moment CLAT results are declared. But CLAT is not the only route via which you can enter India's most prestigious law school. And in this video, we are very delighted to announce that we are going to tell you one such exam which is a legitimate way to enter the National Law School Bangalore and complete your law degree from there. And this exam is called the NLSAT BA, National Law School Admissions Test for the BA program. Who all are eligible for this exam? People who have completed their 12th, people who are still in their 12th and will be appearing for boards in the coming months, and people who have taken a drop year or are currently in any of the NLUs or any of the private colleges or any of the other colleges and pursuing your undergraduate degree. So what exactly is this exam? This is the National Law School's admission test for the BA program. You must have heard about NLSAT that was conducted initially also. It was for the NLS's PhD programs, the LLB programs, but now it has been started for the BA program targeting undergraduate students like you who have given their CLAT but could not make it to the National Law School Bangalore. So what exactly is this paper and what exactly is this exam? So NLSAT BA is the entry route to NLS recently started program called the BA, that is the Bachelor's of Arts with an honors specialization. So what exactly is this? So after you have done your 12th, you can either pursue a 5-year integrated course in BA LLB via your CLAT, you can go for a BA degree, and then you can go for an LLB degree. This way, it's a 6-year route to complete your BA LLB degree. First 3 years will go into your BA and the next 3 years will go into your LLB. So initially, NLS was only conducting NLSAT for the 3-year LLB program. But now, to provide a complete comprehensive package, NLS has now started a 3-year BA program also. So you can first do your 3-year BA from the National Law School Bangalore, and then again you can do a 3-year LLB from the National Law School Bangalore. So what exactly is this paper? It is conducted by the National Law School Bangalore. It's not like CLAT or any other centralized paper. It is a private paper that is conducted by the National Law School Bangalore in its independent capacity. It is for undergraduate degree in the 3-year BA, that is Bachelor's of Arts, and the paper will be conducted in an offline manner. The registrations are now open. The registrations will continue till the 22nd of March and the exam is scheduled on 26th of April, that is a Sunday. So what are the sections in this? So NLSAT differs from CLAT in a very important aspect. So CLAT is completely about objectivity. There's MCQ, there are 5 sections and you have to choose the most appropriate question or the answer option. But NLSAT differs in the sense that it has 2 parts. It has part A and it has part B. So part A is very similar to your CLAT paper. Part A comprises of multiple choice questions similar to CLAT. The sections that part A cover are reading comprehension, critical reasoning, general knowledge and your quantitative techniques. Very similar to CLAT. But here's where the game changes. It also tests your subjectivity, your argumentation, your logical reasoning and your sense of writing. So part B is the subjective answer writing component in which they will give you prompts, in which they will give you essay prompts. You have to write a short part answer. And also in the essay question, you have to write a long essay on one of the prompts that is given to you. So it's very difficult compared to CLAT because not everyone gets in. Even though you might have great objectivity and you are able to read properly and you are able to comprehend the passage properly and come to the correct solution, if you're not able to present arguments in a coherent manner, then part B is something that will present itself as a challenge to you. So there are 2 parts, as I've already told you, and the core areas that these 2 parts test are reading comprehension, RC. This is very clear, similar to CLAT. Then it will also test your critical reasoning. There's no analytical reasoning similar to CLAT, but it is only critical reasoning. Questions like assumption, conclusion, inference, main idea, tone, vocabulary. These are the types of question stems asked in the NLSAT BA paper. And there's also basic mathematics and data interpretation. So it's not like bar graph or a pie chart given to you. It will be like a very long paragraph, a 1 or a 1.5 pager paragraph with a lot of important details, a lot of basic calculations and data sets given to you. And it will be followed by simple questions. But again, similar to CLAT level, you'll have to have understanding of 3 most important maths concepts like percentages, ratio proportion, averages, and their derivatives like profit loss, time and work, time and distance, etc. But part B, here's where the game changes. So part B will test on your social sciences, on how well you can understand the prompt and write arguments based on that prompt, or whether your reasoning, your logical reasoning, not in terms of objectivity, but also in terms of subjectivity, how well you can argue a stuff, how well you can think and write. This is being tested in the part B, which focuses primarily on your social sciences. There will be prompts on polity, economics. So last year sample paper had a prompt on taxation, whether taxation is good or not, whether taxes should be imposed on a person or not. There can be prompts on history, sociology and philosophy. Philosophical understanding is again very important. There are some dense prompts that are given in the sample papers that have been released by the National Law School Bangalore. So this broadly forms part B, and then very important, current affairs. Current affairs can be seen as objective questions in part A, and also sometimes in part B as well, whereas you might be asked to write on a very controversial issue like the Aravali's issue that has been blowing up recently. You might be asked to present your views, whether you are in favor of that or you are against that. So a current affairs can be seen or become an important part of preparation for your part B as well. Now, the vision behind the new batch. So NLSAT BA is a new academic culture. Till last year, nobody knew of NLSAT BA because it was only introduced last year, that is NLSAT 2025. And nobody knows what the paper is actually testing on except NLTI. So it is testing your critical thinking, it's testing your interdisciplinary depth. It is not asking you to merely read a passage and then answer questions, which is being done by CLAT, but it is asking you to think logically as well, think coherently, and then present your arguments in a coherent and a structured manner. It's testing your writing and reasoning, and it's also testing your ethics. But the problem with this exam is that there's no structured coaching ecosystem yet. There's no coaching who has absolutely any cue or clue about what the NLSAT BA exam is about, what sort of mocks need to be prepared, what sort of classes need to be covered, how to train you for answer writing for part B. Because for part A, any institute can prepare you for part A because it's primarily similar to CLAT. But nobody can actually tell you what type of questions are asked in part B, what type of answers you have to write in part B, but NLTI can, because the same professors who are setting your paper or the same professors who are evaluating your answers, we have been taught by them. We actually know what they expect from answers, and we actually know the best way possible to present your arguments in a coherent and a structured manner. There's no standard preparation path. Nobody knows how to go about preparing at the very start, and then students are confused, anxious and experimenting blindly. Somebody might be experimenting with ChatGPT, giving your answers to them, giving your prompts to them, but then ChatGPT is not human and it doesn't know what human professors are actually expecting when they are setting the question paper in terms of the answer writing that you are doing. But as NLSIU students and mentors, I am one of the mentors. I am also the founder of National Law Training Institute, and I am currently in my final year at the National Law School Bangalore. So I have seen the National Law School Bangalore very closely from the last 5 years, and we know, and we have seen, and what we have seen in this culture in the NLSAT BA exam is that brilliant students who are doing great or who did great in CLAT but missed out on the National Law School Bangalore by a very close margin, or missed out on a tier 1 college by a very close margin, are losing out on this exam as well, not because they are not meritorious, but simply because there is a lack of guidance. They don't know how to prepare for this exam, or they don't know what resources to follow for this exam. And that is why NLTI has made it its mission to build India's first serious academic mentor-driven NLSAT BA preparation. We have been teaching, or we have been mentoring, training students for the NLSAT LLB exam that has been happening since 2022 for the last 4 years. And we are proud to tell you that we have produced the best results, not even one of the best, but the best results in the last 3 years of the NLSAT LLB exam. So now we have made it our mission to now enter NLSAT BA and to help students like you who are absolutely clueless on how to go about your preparation to actually prepare for NLSAT BA in the best possible manner. This is the reality of NLSAT BA today. It's a new mapped and unmapped territory, only conducted once, that is last year 2025. There is no long-term P by Q patterns that these are the type of questions that are asked, and there's no stable coaching material. All coachings are blindly relying on the CLAT material to help students prepare for NLSAT BA in the most superficial manner possible. So this is the problem, and there's no clarity on what is the weightage of reading versus writing in part B, what level of philosophy, polity, economics depth is expected, and how to train for descriptive answers. Nobody has any clue on what type of questions are asked in part B and how do you go about answering the questions. But at NLTI, because we are in the National Law School Bangalore, we have closely seen the paper, we have closely analyzed the paper, and that is why we know what sort of content or what sort of mocks need to be prepared and how to train you in descriptive answer writing in the best possible manner. Students are currently relying on CLAT material, obviously, because there's no other material available. Random YouTube videos, random gurus and mentors telling you this is the best way possible to prepare for BA exam when they have not even seen the paper themselves, and guesswork and trial and error. Again, these are the core problems faced by aspirants who are targeting the NLSAT BA exam. There's no structured syllabus, confusion between CLAT prep and LSAT prep. There's weak writing practice. Nobody knows, because you guys have not actually been very sincere with the with your class 11th and 12th studies, because you were devoted to your CLAT prep and you have not primarily understood or paid attention to your sociology or political science lectures in class. So there's weak writing practice and culture in the aspirants. There's no mentorship from actual NLSIU students who have prepared for this exam, who have cracked this exam and are now studying in the National School Bangalore. And there's no test series, plus there's no feedback. You might write part B answers, but there's nobody to actually tell you that what you have written is good or bad, and if it is bad, what is the way forward on how you can improve. And that is why NLTI is now solving all these problems by bringing out a new batch for the NLSAT BA examination to help out all the aspirants out there who are still dreaming about the National Law School Bangalore and are adamant on entering India's most prestigious law school. So we have a new batch starting now on 1st of February. We are running a very intensive, exhaustive, comprehensive crash course for the NLSAT BA to help you out in the best possible manner over the next 3 months, help you with coaching classes, help you with mock test series, help you with mentorship, help you with part B feedback, also cover your GK and maths. So the NLSAT BA crash course starting on the 1st of February is the best possible way to prepare for the NLSAT BA exam in the most efficient manner. So from chaos to clarity is our motto with the NLSAT BA batch that we are launching. We are building a concept first, a reading first and a writing first program, which is designed by NLSIU students who have cracked this exam before, who have analyzed the patterns of this exam over the last 3 to 4 years, and people who actually understand what NLSAT is actually testing. It is not testing your rote memory, it is not testing how good your vocabulary is, but it is testing how well you write, how well you think, how well you present your arguments on a sheet of paper. And what are the course deliverables? So I've already told you that the crash course is now starting from the 1st of February. We will be providing you deep academic foundation with weekly live coaching sessions for part A, that is RC, CR, GK and maths. We will rely on passages on philosophy, polity, economics, history, sociology, exactly replicating the paper pattern. We will also provide you reading lists curated by NLSIU mentors, that these are the most important topics or the articles that you need to read to prepare for NLSAT BA. We will also teach you or train you for critical reasoning and reading, long passage analysis, inference, assumption, author's argument, and also strike the right balance between speed and accuracy. And then the most important part of the NLSAT BA examination is the writing and descriptive training. Everyone can train you to think and answer an objective question or an MCQ question, but not everyone can train you on how to think for a part B question and then coherently present your arguments on a sheet of paper. And this is where NLTI comes in. We will provide you classes on subjective answer writing for part B, argument building for analytical essays, model answers written by NLSIU mentors. We will not just be giving you questions for part B or prompts for part B. We will also provide you model sample answers, that this is how a model answer for a particular question should look like, and this is how is the answer written by you, this is how well you will be graded by the professors who will be checking your answers. And these are the answers written by NLSIU students themselves who have cracked this exam before, who know this exam inside out and who know what the actual expectations of the paper setter is. And we will also give you detailed feedback and evaluation, not just marks. So every answer you write, every part B answer that you will write, you will email it to us and our mentors will check your answers. We will provide you detailed feedback and evaluation that this is what worked in your answer, this is where you are lacking, and this is the step forward to improve your answer and your score. We will not simply give you just one-liner mark that this is what you have scored out of 12.5, but we will give you detailed evaluation and way forward. Testing and mentorship forms an integral part of the program. We have NLSIU mentors who will be there as your friend, your guide throughout your preparation and help you out in any phase. We will provide you exact replica of the NLSAT BA paper that has been asked last year. We will provide you sectional tests for RC, CR, GK and maths. We will give you a progress tracker in which you can track your mocks, and your scores, and obviously there's mentorship by NLSIU mentors. And why you should choose NLTI? So this is a question that you might be asking yourself, why NLTI? Why NLTI? Because we had 9 out of top 10 ranks in NLSAT LLB 2025. This is the historic feat that was achieved by NLTI last year, that out of 10 top rankers, All India rank 1 to 10, we had 9 of them who were enrolled in our course exclusively. They had relied on no other coaching, no other material, but exclusively NLTI material and coaching classes. We are student-led, so we actually know the exam syllabus and what the paper tests. We prioritize academic depth over shortcuts. The batch will follow a structured roadmap in an unstructured exam. Why unstructured? Because nobody knows actually a lot about the exam, because it's second year. We have very small batches ensuring personalized guidance. It will almost feel like a one-on-one interaction with the mentor when you join our batch. And there's a proven track record in law entrance exam preparation, be it CLAT, be it ALET, be it NLSAT. We have had one of the best results in the last 3 years of NLTI. And we are the first movers in serious NLSAT BA ecosystem. No other coaching or institute is there out there to train you for NLSAT BA examination. But NLTI is now starting its first dedicated BA batch to help you prepare for this exam. Every new exam creates confusion. That is true. When NLSAT LLB came out, students were confused. But that is when NLTI stepped in 2023 to start its first dedicated LLB batch for the NLSAT examination. Since 2023, we have produced the best results in NLSAT LLB, and now we are entering the NLSAT BA, and I can assure you that over the subsequent years, you will see NLTI producing the best results in this exam as well. Because it's a new exam, it creates opportunity for those who prepare right from the very start. You do not have to be the best to clear NLSAT. You just have to learn from the best, and you just have to start at the right time, and the right time is now. So let's build your journey to NLSIU the right way. NLTI is here to help you out in the best possible manner, to help you in your preparation in the most efficient way. We are the first structured NLSAT BA 2026 batch, and I'm here as the founder of NLTI to invite you or to request you to trust us with your NLSAT BA preparation. I assure you that you will not regret joining NLTI for your BA preparation. And once you have made it to India's best law school, that is the National Law School Bangalore, you will thank me that I came out with this video and told you about the BA batch. Also, one very important fact that I missed out on. So if you have done your BA degree from National Law School Bangalore, that is once you have given the NLSAT BA examination and completed your 3 years, and then you want to sit for the NLSAT LLB exam to pursue your 3-year degree, you will get an institutional preference. There's a fixed 10% reservation for people who have done their BA degree and now want to pursue LLB. So if you decide to do your LLB after 3 years of BA, you will get preference over others, and actually it becomes very easy then to complete your complete BA LLB degree from the National Law School Bangalore. So thank you so much for watching. I hope the session was helpful. The course deliverables were very clear, and we look forward to having you join our batch and help you in your NLSAT BA preparation. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you all.